Okay, well, this is the Less Than Perfect podcast. I'm Francis Parker Stein. My friends call me Parker, and this is Rendan. And yesterday we watched Mercy.
We sure did.
Warning, this contains spoilers, so fair warning. It's out today? Yesterday?
Yesterday.
It's officially out yesterday. So here we are, and this is the newest movie that was in our theater. So
Yes, the newest and biggest.
newest and biggest. Chris Pratt. Love Chris Pratt.
Rebecca Ferguson, love her. Yeah, it's the basic plot, to get that out of the way, is you got a guy who is a detective who created this Mercy program that's run by an AI judge, and it's basically just meant to replace the justice system. And then he finds himself in his own trap, I guess you could say.
Yeah, so the lead, what's his name? I never learn people's characters' names.
Oh, his name is Chris.
So, yeah, it's essentially, I guess, this form of, or this view of dystopian future of what could it's presenting potentially what we would think would be an ideal, actually, but as something that is completely flawed in and of itself, but has redeeming qualities.
Yeah.
Right?
This is a weird one, honestly. At the end, there's a moment where I'm just going to go straight to the end. But there's a moment where he is interacting with Judge Maddox, the AI. And he's like, and she goes, "What have we done?" And he's like, "Maybe it's just in our programming to make mistakes." And I legitimately, maybe you can enlighten me on this. I legitimately don't know what they mean. Like, I don't know what the point of this movie is. Is it legitimately like one of the villains turns out to be a twist villain, this girl who's a detective as well, his partner, and she wants AI to be like a slam dunk thing, so she fakes evidence and throws stuff away so that it can be slam dunk, and she loves AI, but it's also inherently flawed. So is it legitimately like, if you love AI, if you want AI to take over, you're evil, and if you work with it, then you're good? I legitimately have no idea what the point of this is. I'm trying so hard to get something out of it, and I don't know what they are going for.
Well, I think maybe the idea of it is that AI can be good and it can be bad, and it depends on how it's programmed. I guess that's what the character Chris, kind of realizes through the process of trying to prove himself innocent, which in this society is backwards from where our laws in America are, where you are presumed innocent until proven guilty. In this society, you're guilty until you prove yourself innocent, but you have the access to the entire cloud of the future's data, which is all of the street cameras and text messages and all of the records of every company ever in the world.
Yep.
And, you have this one central system that's able to connect with all of that, which, it's kind of like the spider web. It's the big brother idea that everything at this point is to that, where, it also trivializes almost the life versus death. So there's a kind of a depth there where it's like, if you don't prove yourself innocent, then we're going to execute you right now.
But yeah, that's an interesting idea. It kind of is reminiscent of George Orwell's 1984, where it's like this dystopian society, like you said, where if you kind of go against the man or the government, then they're gonna kill you. Because there's many moments in this where Chris Pratt is like, "This is a kill box, and now I know that it's a kill box, and there's nothing I can do about it." But he could, and that's where things get really murky for me. Is it supposed to be pointing out that this dystopian future is something that we do or don't want? Because, he goes through the Mercy program. He's a detective, so he can use it to its utmost ability, and he can even call actual cops and detectives to help him out, which most people wouldn't be able to. And then there's this twist at the end where the guy who ended up killing his wife is his AA sponsor. Spoilers, we already said that. But he is also related to the guy who went through the Mercy program first, and he got executed, even though he was innocent.
It was his brother who was innocent, but the evidence was destroyed by the person who did get arrested in the end.
Yeah.
So there's a couple of bad guys and there's a couple of good guys. I think it's, I don't think right off the bat that I can say that it's trying to tell us that it's good or bad.
Mm-hmm.
I think, like you described it, the waters are murky.
Mm-hmm.
The AI Maddox can be convinced because she's the judge. Mm-hmm. There's also that, like, okay, we're personifying these because it's what humans understand is, people. So you want a human voice and face and person talking to you.
Right.
And you also want someone who seems like that they know what they're talking about. So of course you have your AI, but can be convinced to break the rules.
Yes.
Which is not in its nature. Mm-hmm. And then starts corrupting the file or whatever, but is able to come back and has access to not only all of the information and data in the world, but can hack into a scooter?
yeah, and a flying machine.
A flying, drone, and start controlling it. Like somehow has that access too as a judge.
Yes.
So it's trying to bring a lot of these, I guess, dystopian ideas together under one roof. Mm-hmm. But lo and behold, it can be convinced, and I think Chris's character, Chris. Is able to kind of convince us that the humanity and the insight and intuition that a human being has will always surpass AI. Right. And it can be used as a tool to help us, certainly. But if given full access to everything, there's a lot of dangerous consequences. So I think it's to find... And at the end of the movie, the... judge comes back on and has this really great trial and proves the guy innocent and is like, yay, yippee. So it's like showing you there's the dichotomy there. It can go either way. You can, so it's how we treat it and how we react, I think. But also, I think the Chris character kind of is, obviously he's the hero of the story. Mm-hmm. So he's bringing the good message of, we can, and realizing this is still a good thing and we can use it, but we need human intuition and you need to follow your gut. And then, then you can convince, even the AI was convinced, okay, I guess the humans they're pretty good if you figured it out and I couldn't.
Right.
But, but part of it also is kind of funny of this is that this movie, Maddox has all the information and could just do it herself, but needs the guy to do it. Strapping him to a chair and making him do Google searches is it's crazy. That's insane. Can you not just be an AI and just be like, oh, I searched everything, but it's not logical. The logic wouldn't be there, and we already know AI does make mistakes all of the time.
Oh yes.
So, but maybe I don't know what year this was in 100 years or something like that. Maybe it will be infallible. But
maybe.
Is AI infallible as a judge? I would say no.
Probably not. Yeah.
I would say no.
I think they didn't explicitly say the year, but they gave you some good hints. He's hacking into the Viking server, which is his wife's working company. I think it says it's 2030 or 2031, so it's the not too distant future.
That's tomorrow.
I know, which it feels very, very different than what we will see in 2030, I would guess. So, yeah, the thing with this, I think you're right in your interpretation of what it's trying to say about AI. The where it gets really murky for me and why I don't particularly love the film, and I don't particularly like it at all, honestly, is especially near the end when it gets really twisty and crazy for not great reasons. That whole subplot that emerges right at the end when it's shown and proved that this guy's brother who got executed first is innocent. When that happens, it brings up far too many questions than it actually answers for me. If it was as simple as this woman was killed at 10 p.m. and he was on the phone with his brother at 10 p.m., how on earth was the judge not able to see that immediately? And how on earth was the drug addict brother not oh, I was on the phone with my brother. Like, how did he get executed? How is that possible?
And then they just like randomly 10 years later, whatever, find the footage of her dumping the phone off of the bridge. Yeah,
it's a curious movie because of all of the things that it tries to answer without doing any of the like heavy lifting in the writing department to actually answer them. And that's why I think the whole message is very skewed to me. I think you're right in your interpretation. I just don't get the sense that the movie really committed to it that strongly, especially in the first half, which is amazingly boring. Like, I'm pretty sure you fell asleep.
No, I did not fall asleep.
Like
during the first 20 minutes of that.
It is so boring. Like the first 20 minutes is just an excruciating exposition dump. Like, you get the first 5 minutes and it's literally a commercial for Mercy to tell the audience exactly what's happening. And then he just sits there and is like, what's happening?
It's like the Hunger Games. It's like right before the Hunger Games.
Yeah, where they're just telling you about the thing when you could just show the thing. Like, that's what frustrates me so much about especially big budget movies, is that they feel the need to over-explain every single aspect of everything. Yeah, all you had to do, and it did make me laugh, though, when Chris Pratt was in his seat and they, like, lifted him up 1 foot, and he's just like, oh, now I'm here. That made me laugh, but all you had to do was have him wake up and immediately, like, start working with Mercy. Instead of having the commercial, instead of having her explain everything, just be like, oh, what's going on? Oh, I'm in the Mercy program. Okay, what I want to call my daughter. Boom, just get straight into it.
It could have done a little bit of exposition in the middle if it needed to, but like if you can expose all of this within a minute of just him on, like, that's I agree with that. That could have. There's some things.
There's some things. Yeah. It's
although I don't recollect the first 20 minutes very well. I
can fill you in.
I can
fill you in.
You'll fill me in.
It's
not
much.
Okay.
Honestly. Yeah, you didn't miss it.
But there's good action in the movie. Mm-hmm. I would say overall, I think it's a strong storyline. It's a great idea, and I think the second one could be much better
if they make one. Yeah. And they might. It's probably going to make money. This is like a dad movie. It's like the perfect dad cinema movie. You put it on in the background. You enjoy the action when it comes up.
What's it rated? It was rated PG-13?
PG-13. They got one F word. Yep. And they stuck it in there right at the start.
Yeah. I think there could have been a little bit more... Chris Pratt is a good actor. You have him sat down the entire time. It's just kind of a waste of talent.
Yeah, the whole movie feels like a waste of talent because Rebecca Ferguson is an incredible actor as well. And I feel like they were both miscast in this. Like, Chris Pratt, to me, he's trying to get into this more action lane now because he's in the Jurassic World movies. He's in that Future War movie. Now he's in this. And maybe it's his Parks and Rec days, maybe it's the Guardians of the Galaxy thing, but I just don't see him in this role. I can't.
I know. I have a bit of a hard time myself taking him seriously, but I love him so much.
He's great.
He's a gem, and
he's funny, and they don't utilize that very much because it's a serious situation. I don't know. It's a weird role to cast, like you said, because you just sat the whole movie, so you have to. I emote completely only with your face.
I'm thinking Star-Lord is just it looks like Star-Lord is just in prison for 2 hours.
Right. And then Rebecca Ferguson, I think she actually did pretty well with the role because she's just in the same situation. She's just sat and she's emoting as if an AI would emote. So she can't give up too much, but there's some really funny shots of like they bring up a screen and then it will like move the camera and she's just sitting there staring at him. And I was like, okay, that's like a goofy comic edit, but she's giving it her all. She's trying to be serious.
But that also begs the question, like, maybe would have the role of the AI have been better served by AI?
Yeah, maybe.
Or making it less human. Mm-hmm. I feel like seeing AI as a person is a bit dangerous, actually.
Yeah, I could agree with that.
To humanize something that is inherently all that is the opposite of what a human is.
Yeah, I think I completely agree, and I think unfortunately the movie that is what they're trying to go for.
That's probably...
They're trying to humanize the AI to point out that it's like it's not all bad. It's not necessarily like AI propaganda, but it borders on it a little bit.
No,
making it
no,
human
this is a movie. We're at the movies. It's a good story. There's nothing to see here.
Nothing to see here. The genius of 2001: A Space Odyssey was making HAL 9000 not a human, because that's scary. He wanted to scare the audience about AI, and that you just have this red dot. That's terrifying. So if you had that similar thing with Judge Maddox, that's terrifying. You can't have that. You can't have that in your AI movie.
Come on! It's just a special effect. Special effects.
But you know what? Honestly, I went into it thinking that it was going to be really horrible, especially coming off of the fantastic Bone Temple. And it wasn't that horrible. It's watchable. It's an action movie, and the action gets crazy at the end, which I appreciated. Like when the car hits that ramp and flies into a building and explodes, or the one that drives into the cafe.
Oh, heck yes.
Yeah, like it gets fun. I wish it was funner sooner.
Yeah. But no, I'm glad, honestly. Like, it's a good intro, kind of. I would go see it. It's a good movie. It's a good movie to see. I mean, I think you should respect the theater, the cinema for what it is.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I don't know if I'd recommend it. It's a fine movie, but it's just an action movie. And for me, like if I wouldn't want to see it.
I will be honest. I mean, if you're watching this before it comes out, or if you haven't seen it yet, well then what?
Sorry.
Sorry. What are you doing? But it actually I didn't get all the twists. It got me in a couple spots. So I will say that like it's worth watching.
Okay. For that, okay. I didn't predict the detective thing happening. That came out of left field for me. But I did get the Rob AA guy being the killer.
No. They tricked me with how they framed some of these things. Yeah. Like the what's the guy, the Russian looking dude? I don't know.
Oh, Holt?
Holt, yes. I thought they threw me the red herring with Holt, and I took it. I ate it up. I was like, that guy's the killer. I figured it out. This guy's dumb. No, he wasn't. He was. He even tried to help, and I didn't believe him.
Yeah.
Nope, you got me. Sorry, Holt.
I think
you got me.
I think it can get you. It's a little twisty. It's a little turny. The first 20 minutes. When I was watching it, I immediately was like, okay, Chris Pratt is definitely not the killer because he's the good guy. He's the moral center of the movie. There's no way he's the killer, which in the first 30 minutes leaves you with two other characters, the daughter and Rob, the AA guy. And I was like, there's no way it's the daughter.
Oh, you saw that? I guess I missed that part.
Yeah, because I was like in the first act, the first act is about setting up the characters.
And it has to relate to the end. You have to have the beginning. That's the ending always comes back right there. So exactly. I missed it.
I know. And and they gave it away very early too there's a moment when the daughter is like filming her house and she's like, this shit's haunted. And she's walking through the house, and I was like, it's not haunted. There's a guy in the house. Who's the guy? It's probably Rob. There's 3 characters. Like, there's literally only 3 characters in the whole movie. Okay. But it's, honestly, though, like, for that, it's pretty tight scripting. Like, they follow the Save the Cat screenplay formula to a T. It's beautifully scripted, set up, payoffs. It's exactly how you want a script to be, which is weird to me, saying that I don't care for it. Because I love when a script does that type of stuff. I'm like, okay, yeah. It's just very transparent, unfortunately.
Too on the nose.
Too on the nose, yeah. It's too on the nose in its writing, but not too on the nose with its messaging. It's murky.
Right, yeah. No, I mean, I can't really dig deep into this one.
No, there's not much. I mean, I think you panned as much as you can out of it. You got that one little gold nugget. but ultimately it's not great, but I don't know if we expected it to be. It served its purpose. I'll say that. It filled in an hour and a half. It was an okay action movie. When the action happens, it's pretty fun. Beyond that, it is what it is. It's a dad movie.
Do you think that AI is good or bad? Respond to our poll down below.